everyone, it's George from Last Action Heroes, and today we're going to talk about some animes that we stumbled across. That I stumbled across. Jonathan's watched tons of anime. So, what's first, John?
What's first? Well, I want to know. I guess this is a big week for you. You stumbled across some anime. I'm kind of tempted to hear what animes did you stumble across? Because there has been new ones that came out, but you are not a, I don't want to say a new anime viewer, but one that used to watch and then just came back. And there's been a lot since, but I'm kind of curious on what.
So I turned on Disney Plus and I stumbled across Star Wars Presents Visions, the Ninth Jedi. It's called.
That's new, right?
It's just brand new. Okay. Yeah,
and it's released. Anime style.
It's anime style.
Okay.
So they've been doing this for a while. They did the first one, Volume 1, in 2021. And then they did Volume 2 in 2023. Volume 3 in 2025, which is where they introduced the Ninth Jedi, the Child of Hope, it was called.
Okay.
And then this new one. Now, Star Wars kind of lost me as far as the main stuff goes. I didn't watch The Mandalorian and Grogu. I liked The Mandalorian the first 2 seasons, but really since Star Wars Rogue One, I really haven't really been into Star Wars as much.
Yeah, I guess they lost you. They never had me. But, I'm not, like I said, I'm not a Star Wars fan. I will say you did mention Rogue One. That's the one where the mission where they try to blow up or get the plans to blow up. The plans
for the Death Star.
So I watched that one and I actually liked that one out of all the Star Wars ones. As far as all these volumes that you've mentioned, I've never even heard of them because anytime anything ever pops up with Star Wars, I automatically skip. I do know that Clone Wars, I think the animated that was like, I think that was like Cartoon Network or something like that. Correct. I heard that was good, but
it's pretty good.
I'm not into the characters, so
So this is basically set in like a different universe. Yes, there are some like connections. Not really connections, but they do take like familiar steps. Like in this world, yes, there's very little Jedi again.
Like only kids? When you say very little? Oh, you mean like not that many Jedi?
No, there's not that many Jedi.
Oh, okay.
So basically what's going on with Luke, right? At his point, when you're introduced to Luke, he's basically the only Jedi, they say, but there's really more. So that's a familiar step again. There's a Sith Lord, and I don't even know if he's a Sith Lord, but I know he's a Sith, and he's got the typical red lightsaber.
I don't even know the difference, but yeah.
The Siths are like the bad guys, so basically the opposite of the Jedi. The Jedi believe in light and hope, and the Sith are dark, and they want to take over the galaxy and rule everything.
Got it. Okay.
All right, and there's the rule of 2. There can only be 2 Sith.
Yeah, like
one
the balance, right?
One to have the power, one to crave the power.
That's the whole balance thing.
Correct.
Okay, got it.
So in this, it's really cool because they dive into basically kyber crystals are what the Jedi use inside their lightsabers that brings the light. So they dive a little bit more into the kyber crystals. So when someone's like teetering on the dark side, you see their lightsaber turn into like almost a red color, right?
Okay.
When they're having like these dark thoughts. And then when they're teetering back the other way, it changes back to whatever color their lightsaber normally is. Which is pretty cool.
So was the anime like...
The anime is really cool looking.
Okay.
It's beautiful.
Okay. So, but it's space. It takes place
in space. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's in the Star Wars universe, but in this universe, there's no Luke. It's like a different
time.
Not really timeline. It's like a different universe. It's basically like a spin-off.
Oh, so it's not even got it.
Yeah. Luke or none of that is in this at all. None of that is in the continuity.
Got it. So Luke never made out with Leia in this one. Got it. I'm glad we established that.
Yeah, it's its own thing. So the main Jedi is Kara. She's like the main protagonist.
Okay.
And then there's Juro, who's like the veteran Jedi.
Okay.
Right? But there's no Jedi Council in this, or not yet anyways. And then her dad is like a lightsaber Smith Lord. Like basically he makes all the lightsabers. Right?
Got it.
And he's made a ton of them, and he's passing them out to the different Jedi. And then the backstory with him is that he's fighting another Jedi that they get into an argument with, and the young this young Jedi named he's like a Jedi hunter. Basically, he sees him fight with the other main Jedi, right? The two masters, they get into an argument, and this Jedi gets influenced by the one that gets in a fight with the other one.
Okay.
And then he goes off and basically becomes like a dark Jedi. He's not a Sith, right? He doesn't believe in, I want to conquer the world. Got it. He doesn't have the philosophy that the Jedis have.
So there's a hierarchy on like how bad you can be.
Correct. Yeah.
But you said in this world there's not that many Jedis.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I would think that making Jedi weapons, you'd probably be broke. Because
they don't get paid for that.
Oh, he just makes them out of the kindness of his heart?
He just makes them.
Oh, that's a horrible occupation.
The Jedis don't get paid. They're doing it.
Well, he's not a Jedi. He's the guy that makes the...
But he is a Jedi.
Oh, so he just makes them. He's like, oh, okay.
But he knows how to manipulate the kyber crystals to make them.
Got it. So he's basically handing these out to people that are Jedis, but he doesn't know whether they're good Jedi or soon to be evil.
He's handing them out based on feeling. Everything with the Jedi is feeling.
Oh. Okay.
So he's sending them out to good Jedi, but the problem is they can go back. You can get tempted, right?
Yeah.
So the Sith Lord in this show basically starts influencing the other dark Jedi who's kind of teetering, right? From the light and dark. And then he starts telling them, hey, and they do the Death Star thing again. Basically, he's got this huge kyber crystal that he's going to use to blow up planets and destroy the world. It's pretty cool.
Okay. I figure out, because I know you like looking for plot holes. If this guy never made Jedi weapons, you would never have bad Jedis.
But then, because they could still use the Force.
Yeah,
well, still choke someone out.
Yeah, you can choke, but it's gonna imagine that. No, imagine a Star Wars without any lightsabers. It'd be just guys putting their hand up, choking each other out. I mean, you
could throw people too. It's like having psychic power.
Yeah, I get it.
And you could throw stuff at them.
I know, but they would not. But then it would be cooler because you wouldn't know if their throw was coming from the red force or the green. He could be tossing somebody across the building or wherever, and you would just look at him like, he must be good, right? You would never know who the bad guy is because it would be like a spy version of it.
But
all right,
then it's not Jedi.
No, I know. You kind of need you need the Schwartz or whatever. The
Schwartz.
And I see your Schwartz is as big as mine. Now let's see how well you handle it.
The lightsaber.
Spaceballs.
Yeah, same thing. So, all right. So you finished this?
Yeah, it was an 8 episode.
Oh, okay. And you pretty good, or
I really liked it.
I guess if you're
if you're a Star Wars fan, I would definitely check it out.
Yeah, if you're Star Wars and don't like what's come out in the past 20 years, I guess live action wise, I mean, yeah, I guess check it out.
I would definitely check it out if you like Star Wars. Right. And even if you don't like Star Wars, if you just like anime, check it out. At least check
fight scenes?
This version out. Yeah, there's some really cool fight scenes.
Okay, good. All right, so I mean, I noticed you went to Disney Plus. I know a lot of people that usually go to. I mean, you can go to Crunchyroll. You can find on Hulu, which is almost like Disney. Netflix has a few. Was there anything else that you saw?
Yes, I stumbled on another one.
And what's that?
Dandadan.
Oh man, I know you're gonna like this one. I mean, from what your favorite anime or your first anime was, which might be still your number one. I'm pretty sure you just went through this like in one day.
A day and a half.
Okay.
I got addicted to this show.
Yeah. This is up your alley.
It took me longer to finish the Star Wars one than it did this one.
Yeah, this is up your alley. So I don't even have to ask you what you think. It sounded like you liked it. I watched Dandadan and I
really liked it.
I heard about it, and what caught me was the everybody was talking about the opening theme. So I started watching it, and then I'm like, oh, what is this? And yeah, it's crazy. It's out there. So what made you, I mean, I'm pretty sure after the first episode, just the part with the demons. I mean, what was in the first episode? It was demons, missing nuts,
And aliens.
Aliens. I mean, it had everything. It had everything in the first episode.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like you stumble on what's the main character's name?
I think his name is he's Okuran.
Okuran.
Yeah, Okuran, and then the girl is Danda, I think, right?
Momo.
Or Momo. I'm sorry, Momo.
Yeah.
Momo. Yes.
So Okuran is like he's basically a nerdy kid,
yeah,
right?
in high school or something
In high school, yeah. And he's into like UFOs and aliens.
That's right. Wasn't he drawing or something? I forgot because I haven't watched it in a while. Yeah.
And then she bumps into him, and she's like a beautiful girl, and he's never had a girlfriend or talked to a girl or anything. And he's like, "Oh, this girl's taking interest in me." And then he dares her to go to like this haunted house.
The tunnel. No, it was a tunnel.
The tunnel. Yes.
Yeah, it was a haunted tunnel that if you go in there, supposedly the demon. I forgot what the name of the. I know what her name is now.
The cat.
Like the Turbo Granny.
Turbo Granny.
But it's called something else, and apparently, when you go there, she takes your soul or something like that, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So she goes there, and I think is it that he saves her or something like that?
He tries to get in the way to help her, and then she ends up possessing him for a few minutes.
That's right.
Right, and then basically he gets possessed by this thing, and she's what are they called?
I forget. I know there's some kind of demons, but I forget.
They're like demon hunters. Her and her.
Well, her grandma has the demon. Yeah, demon hunter, or they can exorcise demons and do stuff like that. But the demons themselves are probably called something. But I don't remember because it was a while that I've seen this. I remember that. I remember the alien. And then I remember that. Okuran, that he wakes up and his nuts are missing.
Correct. Yes. So basically, this granny demon takes over him and takes his nuts, because I guess the nuts give some kind of power to.
Yeah.
They turn gold.
Yeah.
Which is
it's crazy.
It sounds crazy, guys. I know, but check it out.
It's
really
funny. It's got good. If you like aliens, demons, it's funny.
It is. It's got a lot of comedy.
A lot of action. I mean, there's one guy there. Well, I'm pretty sure that's one of your favorite characters, because he almost has the same thing as Ranma, where you throw water at him. Is it cold water or hot water? He turns into the evil eye, the demon.
Hot water and cold water. Yeah.
And the evil eye's a badass.
Yeah.
When he fights.
So Jin is Momo's best friend from when they were like children, right? And then his parents get kidnapped or get put in jail.
So so that apartment that they live in, I think they're not demons. It's something that happens.
The whole town is like feeding.
Yeah, it's like haunted.
Yeah. Right?
It's crazy. It's just
So they take his parents, and basically he goes back to Momo, right? And says, "Hey, can I live with you?" With Momo's his childhood friend.
Yeah.
And then they start talking and hanging out, and of course, Okuram gets jealous, right? Because Jin is like
6'1".
He's like 6'1". He's got like a 6-pack. He's like yoked, right?
Yeah.
And
the grandmother, and the grandmother
Avery basically eggs him on. She's like, "Oh yeah, Momo used to like him," and then he starts getting self-conscious. Remember, he's like a nerdy guy, right? So he starts doing like workouts and push-ups, right? And then basically they go back to Jin's town, and they find out that the whole town is like feeding this earthworm that's underneath the ground, right? And they've been doing it for years, feeding this thing people, like sacrificing them, right? And then Jin gets possessed by another demon that's down in the ground, Evil Eye. Right? And then Evil Eye manipulates him like, "Oh, I was in prison when I was a kid and feel bad for me." So then Evil Eye goes into Jin's body and basically becomes like part of him. Almost like Okuram takes possession of the Granny's demon.
The Turbo,
The Turbo demon, right?
So he runs, his powers like
running
super
really fast. Yeah.
Which they do some pretty cool stuff, especially because the Momo, her power, it's almost like Miss Marvel type thing, where she can like
create hands.
She can create like possess, like big arms that grabs. So they have, we don't want to give too much away, but they have some. I mean, if like I said, they have aliens in this. They have demons. They even have a kaiju. Fight there's another guy that's
with the non-Godzilla.
The really pervy guy. he has like there's like a kaiju, and then he turns into like this big robot.
Yeah, it's like
Mechagodzilla. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Power Rangers, basically.
Pretty much, yeah. It's a good show. I mean, there's every character is different. It's got everything in it. It's got the action, the comedy, the story is crazy.
They played the original from season 1 of the original Ranma music, the intro music for the original season, not the one you saw.
Oh, that's right. That's
the original Ranma song for season 1 for the original episode series from the 80s.
Okay, so that's another reason why he loved this show. A day and a half. So that's what, 24 episodes was it? Something like that. Maybe at 10.
What is it? Yeah, 24 episodes. Okay. Yeah, there was 12 each season.
24 that quick. All right. I mean that.
No commercials.
Hey, you know what? I definitely, you said you started off with Star Wars, which I couldn't really, because I'm not a Star Wars fan, but maybe it's a good anime. Maybe I check it out. This one's definitely one I saw, and I definitely. That's a good find. That's a good find. Great. That's a good find.
I mean, I don't know if I should go into spoilers. I really like.
No, let's not. Because if somebody's listening that hasn't seen it, and we pretty much gave the premise away and some of the stuff that happens, let them get surprised. I mean, there's a bunch of fighting scenes and
really good fights.
And there's a bunch of other characters. I think there's this season 3. I don't know if it's coming out this year or beginning of next year. Hopefully soon, because it's only been 2 seasons. So, but yeah, that's definitely one of the good finds.
Yeah, if you're looking for like a quick, easy anime to digest, if you're really just starting to get into anime, I would recommend this one. Like I said, it's only 2 seasons, 12 episodes each.
Yeah, and it's different. It's not. It's like there's action in it, because there's a bunch out there that are action filled. There's some that are story filled. This kind of mixes everything. Sci-fi, horror, action, comedy, goofiness. So definitely a good find. I mean, we haven't spoken in a week, a day and a half. So you still had, and you watched Star Wars. You still had at least 4 days. Did you watch anything else in those 4 days, or?
Well,
what else did you see?
I stumbled across something else, but I haven't finished it.
What's that?
Undead Unluck.
Oh, that's
But I'm only like 5 episodes into it.
Okay, we won't talk about it, but if you like Dandadan, you're gonna like Undead Unluck. It's got the same quirkiness, the protagonist is pretty funny, and his ability is crazy.
Yeah,
it is crazy. I'm not gonna say much about it because I've seen it, but I don't want to spoil anything because there's a bunch of characters in there and there's a bunch of cool things. That's I'm
only six episodes.
Yeah, I think it's like a 20. I forget if it's 12 or 20 episodes. The first, it might be 22. It's one of those that they put like 20 plus episodes. So Undead Unluck, definitely a good find. So I'm definitely interested to hear what your thoughts are on that first season. You did mention to me before we started recording that you also saw Cyberpunk on Netflix. Yeah, that's a quick one. That's I guess, would you consider it anime? Probably. It's based off a video game. I've tried the video game, but I'm not too big on those types where, I don't know if it's because I like linear games. I'm tired of the RPG where if I answer something differently, it's like, oh, it changes the outcome. So I played like one level and I'm like, all right, I'm good. But
this made me want to play the game. I've never played the game, guys. I just finished Evil Dead Requiem. I know I'm going off topic.
Yeah.
So I do like video games.
Oh, you mean Resident Evil?
Resident Evil Requiem. Yeah, sorry, I keep saying Evil Dead.
Because you saw Evil Dead. That's how disappointed you were in the movie that you keep remembering. I do that too. Whenever I watch something that sucks, I'm just like, I can't get it out of my head. Maybe that's a good thing, right? Like when something's great, you can't forget. But when something's horrible, like Mad Max, I'm kidding. Mad Max Thunderdome wasn't horrible.
Oh my God.
Tango and Cash, though, that's a different story. That movie. Good thing it was an honorable mention. But anyways, back on subject. Cyberpunk. I tried the video game I didn't like, but then I saw this in that first episode.
So you said it's an RPG, right?
It's like an action RPG. It's got probably a different name, but it's one of those where they ask you, like, you wake up as somebody, right? And then they ask you a question and you can answer it 3 different ways. And then depending on how you answer it, it kind of could lead the story going one way versus the other. So, when I think of RPGs, I think of like Final Fantasy, where it doesn't really matter. I'm probably the older ones where you answer whatever, or, you're just pretty much seeing a bunch of text or talking. You see like 10 minutes of that, and then the story continues, and then another 10 minutes. So that I don't like that kind of pacing. But back to the show, which I saw that when it came out, maybe a week, maybe I waited like a couple weeks, and then I saw that, and I was pleasantly surprised how good it was.
It's really good.
Yeah, right. It's up there.
David's the main protagonist. Basically, he's like he comes from a poor family, right?
Yeah.
Underprivileged. And his mom's been working hard to get him into this like great elite school. Mm-hmm. And he's in the school, but he really doesn't seem to like care, right? That she's working so hard to get him this higher education. Until unfortunately, the mom dies. And basically it's him on his own, and he's got to kind of make it, on his own, like, hey, welcome to reality,
Yeah.
And it's pretty tragic because right after his mom dies, he goes back to school, and like one of the rich kids, starts making fun of him. Oh, I hear you lost your mom, and he beats the crap out of him, and they basically kick him out of the school because of it, right? Because the dad is like a main guy in the school, like he's
the guy he beat up.
The guy's father, right? Yeah. He's like a super rich head of a corporate company, and tells him, get the kid out of school. Yeah. So they kick him out of the school, and David's got to basically make it on his own now. And he meets Lucy.
Yeah, that's the girl's name. Yep.
And she's a cyberpunk. How do you explain what cyberpunk actually is?
So it's basically the way. So if you played the game, you'll understand. But this show is basically. So these people are like, they're combined. They're they're humans, but then they have these cyber. I guess. I don't want to say genetic, but they got these enhancements, right? Yeah. That are so. For example, there's one guy there. Well, the main gang leader there, that he's just like all jacked up, but he's got like arms that are made. It's almost like you're turning yourself into RoboCop.
Yeah.
Kind of, right? Like you have these enhancements, and I feel like this show, kind of like Blade Runner, it might be the opposite. Like, how Blade Runner was machine trying to become man. This one is more like man becoming machine, right? And not knowing like when.
It kind of reminds me of Blade Runner, the way it looks.
Yeah,
right? You ever seen Blade Runner?
Yeah, but it's
the
like
visuals.
Yeah, the visuals. But I mean, like the story's kind of like the flip to like trying to figure out. There's like no stopping point, right? It's almost like an addiction.
Yeah.
It becomes like an addiction because
like
I want to become
basically.
better. Yeah, I want to become better. I need more enhancements. So it's almost like that. So basically, she's part of this gang, I think, that they go and I haven't seen it in a while, but it's basically they go and steal.
They go and steal stuff.
Steal stuff.
For other people who are like, oh, we need this.
Yeah. So yeah, they're the go-getters of of the show. But yeah, basically, like you said, it starts out like that, and then David becomes. He gets into which one of my favorite characters is actually, I don't know her name. It's the younger girl in that show. Rebecca. Yeah, I think she has like the rockets or something like that.
Correct, yes.
She has like the weapon, the baddest weapons in that. But yeah, basically the main guy, he or not the main guy, but the gang, I guess leader. He gets too addicted to the mechanics, and then they just start messing up his body, and then all of a sudden it kills you.
They established it in the show. Yeah. Basically, your body can only take so much.
Yeah, and you go cyber psychosis or something like that.
Yeah, you start going crazy. Their eyes start twitching, and they lose it. And in part of the show, you see one of the guys like flip out, right?
Yeah.
And they're hanging out in the street, just hanging out, and he's right next to.
They start seeing like visions, right, of the past or something like that?
They start having weird visions, their eyes, and basically he just shoots the guy and blows his head off, right? And everybody freaks out in the crew. They're like, what did you do? And they have to kill him.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's a good show, though, and it not, like I said, we don't want to give too much away because it's only, 8 episodes?
Yeah, it's short.
But it's
and there's jumps in time, right? Because basically,
there's a part where you see
where he becomes the leader.
That's right. And then him and Lucy get closer, but it's great action. It's a great story. I think they're gonna make another season with different characters. So I heard that was in the works, but definitely another good find. That one you probably, if you saw Dandadan in a day and a half, this one you must have finished it in what, like 3 hours? I mean,
I'm not gonna say.
Jen
didn't work this weekend.
Oh man. So that gave.
Or Jen did work.
I was gonna say she didn't work this weekend, so that's why you were watching them.
Yeah. So my wife's a nurse. She works 12-hour shifts. So I basically, I had free time.
Yeah, he's got 12 hours to kill there. Yeah, no, those are 3 good finds. I actually
And then she goes to bed early, so I could stay up late watching TV.
You didn't have to announce. My man lives in front of the TV. No. I said 3 good finds. 4. I forgot about the Star Wars one that you mentioned in the beginning. I haven't seen it, but I've seen the other 3, and I think those 3 are definitely must watch. If we were to rank them, or is this pass or no? I definitely, for anime, if you're looking for something crazy and fun, Undead Unluck and Dandadan are definitely great finds.
I would definitely recommend Cyberpunk too. And
Cyberpunk, definitely. Netflix has some good shows. Before I used to watch them on Crunchyroll and legal sites, but whatever. That's when there was no Crunchyroll back then. But Crunchyroll had they bought like everything now. But that you can find all the animes there. Netflix was trying to, and then over the past few years, they've really brought out. Obviously there's the Bakis there. Those are another crazy anime, but
that's where I'm watching Naruto.
Yeah, Naruto. Yeah, when I saw Naruto, it wasn't on there. So, Naruto's on there. I've seen some other ones there, but they even have great shows. I don't know if you ever even seen like the Castlevania shows.
I started to watch it and never finished.
Yeah, so you should definitely watch because they're already at least the first. I think it was 4 seasons with Alucard and Belmont and them. So that already finished, and then they have another. Have you ever played the Castlevania games? They all take different. Yeah, probably not.
I will age myself if I start saying.
Oh, that's fine. There's been so many Castlevania games.
I played the original.
Yeah, so did I. So, but every game had a different Belmont, right? Richard, whatever. So the newer series has a later version, and that so they're different times, different villains. So that that's definitely good. They put. I know we spoke about Arcane. That's another show that's based out of a video game that you've never played. I've never played League of Legends. I never will. It's not my type of game. Something else that you can see. But yeah, Netflix has definitely come up with some good animation, some good anime shows. I'm actually happy that you saw these shows because I know a couple episodes back we gave each other some recommendations.
Yes.
And I know you completed one.
Yep.
In a day and a half. And
no, I did not. All right.
That one took longer.
So let's
that
get
one
into
took longer.
it.
But we recommended 2 shows to each other, and we both chose to do the shorter shows, which makes sense. The Tenchi Muyo, I haven't seen yet. I know that's longer.
It's 4 seasons.
4 seasons, and the Yu Yu Hakusho one, and these are also older. Like Yu Yu Hakusho is like 93, I think. Okay. I think it might be older, and then Tenchi Muyu's got to be 90s also.
Yeah, it's got to be 90s. Yeah.
So these are handwritten, or I'm sorry, hand drawn. This is nothing like the ones that you just Dandadan is definitely not hand drawn. I mean, maybe bits and pieces, but I think it's all hand drawn on a computer screen.
It's computer animation.
Yeah, it's computer, but still, they use their hands to draw, but with corrections here and there. And then we also recommended each other remakes of originals that we liked.
Correct.
Which are closely similar, or maybe if not, maybe the same. The Kenshin one, when I resaw it, I remember things from it. I was like, oh yeah, this is pretty much the same. It's just kind of like high def. But I guess with that being said, let's start with Kenshin. Let's see what you thought of the Batosai the Manslayer of the first 2 seasons.
All right, so you're not gonna like this.
No, go ahead. No, please.
I really didn't like Kenshin.
Okay, all right. And what did you?
You know what? When I first started watching it, I was into it, right? But to me, Kenshin is basically like a Superman. Is the only way I can compare it. Where nobody can beat him. He's like unbeatable. That first fight with Jin, I was so into that fight.
With the Gambit looking
guy, yeah. If you guys have seen this, or you know, if you like the samurai fights, I'm gonna say this: like the fights are amazing, all of them. My only issue is that Kenshin is unbeatable. So I never felt, other than the first like 2 fights, I never felt like he was in danger going forward. I was like, oh, he's just gonna kick their butt. You know what I mean?
Don't you like happy? I thought you were the one that liked the happy movies.
I do, but I want to feel like somebody's being threat. Like there's a threat to the main character.
The thing is, okay, so this is going back to the previous episode. Out of your top 5 action movies, none of those people were in threat. Like you knew they were never gonna lose. Your first movie, Die Hard, you knew John McClane wasn't gonna lose.
Did I?
We all knew he wasn't gonna lose.
That's Bruce Willis' first action movie.
I mean, who died in Die? Who was a good guy that died in Die Hard? Nobody. Even the guy that played the Family Guy Matters cop never. Like nobody died. Only the FBI guys. Like let's go down the list. What was your number 2 movie? Oh, Running Man.
Yeah, but those are live action.
I'm saying, but this is you're saying that you don't like it when you never know the guy's in danger. The only movie that you named in your top 5 that there was a good guy that died was Sean Connery in Highlander. Versus he's the only one, but in all your other movies, Lethal Weapon, Indiana Jones, you like that like happy. Like if you look at my movies,
no, I'm not
Aliens.
Saying...
Everybody dies.
But no, I'm not
Predator,
saying...
everybody dies.
I'm not
Rocky
saying
4,
I don't like...
Apollo Creed dies. Like
Apollo Creed dies in Rocky
4. Yeah.
Right.
So like
no.
for me, like Kenshin would make more sense that this guy's never gonna lose. But for you, like if you look your type of movies, you like the happy ending. So that's why I recommend it because I'm like, he doesn't want to see none of the good guys die. So let's give him this one.
But I want to feel like there's a threat. I'm not saying I want him to see him die, but I just want to see him in danger, right?
So do you think, at least the way it ended,
like in Dandadan, I felt like
those guys are never in danger.
Yes, they are.
Who's in danger?
Yes, they are. When he's fighting the first demon, he gets possessed.
Yeah, but he's the main. Yeah, but he's not in danger. Like if you were to compare it to other anime, like I mean that's a funny one. So I don't think he's in danger. Will bad things happen to him? Yes, but no, I get it. That's why.
And it's not that I hated it.
You're right. You're right about season 1.
You know, normally I go for the good guys. In this show, I started going for the bad guys.
But that's the thing. That's why I said season 1 starts like that, and then season 2 you meet Shishio, the guy with the band-aids all over his face.
Yes.
Which is the second Batosai.
But by that point, it kind of lost me.
Okay.
Like I even stopped and I told you, I'm like, I stumbled across this Dandadan, and I started watching that, and took a break from Kenshin because I was kind of like,
yeah.
Okay,
no, I totally understand that.
You know, so by the time it did start getting like, okay, now I feel like he's being threatened in these episodes.
So you needed a little. So what you did is
I needed a break.
So what you did is you started at 8 in the morning, and then by lunchtime you switched to Dandadan, finished that, and then came back to it at night.
Correct.
I guess hey, that works. But all right, so
hey, listen, I got an open concept house while I'm cooking for my daughter, or cooking for myself, or cleaning. I can put on the TV and watch things.
Yeah, and you know that is true because you do watch them dubbed, so you can hear the TV. Like correct. I watch them subtitled, so I have to like sit there in front and like I watched Dandadan and I watched it subtitled.
Okay.
Kenshin I did watch dubbed, but there, like I said, I mentioned before, there are animes that are better dubbed than subtitled. Like the translation, like I feel like the Kenshin. He almost has like when he speaks he has like the Yoda.
Like Yoda.
Yeah, yes. He has this like that I am, that I am Miss Karu. Like he has that Yoda thing. Which another thing I recommended to you because you love Star Wars. I'm like, he's definitely gonna fall in love with this guy. He sounds like Yoda sometimes. But anyways, so so you can it's not my favorite character until he turns. See, you haven't seen like the movies where he's not Kenshin, where he's not that character, where he's just the Batosai, the manslayer, where he doesn't like if he walks past somebody and he thinks that they're going to kill him, or he just kills them. Like
so maybe I'll like those. Maybe I'll check
those are
out.
those are like
because I did like his backstory, right?
Yeah, his backstory is pretty nasty. If you watch the live action movies, you see him like killing.
All right, so I'll check them out.
But the live action, but anyway, so yeah, no, so that's fine. That's fine. That I understand the part where you lost it and then got back to it. It ended with season 2, where you meet like what's going to happen the next arc, where you see the second Batosai, which has a crazy story. I don't remember if they really went into it on how he got it, but he has that, and he has the second hand man, the little kid that kills the mayor, and he's got like no emotion. They do show a lot of characters. I will say that they have Saito or Sanosuke, which he just fights barehanded after I think Kenshin breaks his whatever that huge weapon is, right? Remember he had that big huge whatever that is, thing that he yields, and he gets beat up pretty bad and still keeps coming. You have the little kid, and then you got the girl, the doctor girl. So they do have a lot of characters.
Yeah, there is a lot of characters.
There's a lot of characters, but yeah,
I found myself rooting for the villain.
Yeah. I can, and the villains in this are badass.
The villains are great.
You have the guy with the short sword,
though.
Yeah, the guy. He's the one that. Yeah, because he looks like Gambit, but he cool. He has a cool power where he paralyzes you.
Yeah, I wish he would have been. I actually wish he wouldn't have died and would have been in more episodes.
In the other, there's some. I mean, you met the blind guy, right?
Yes.
He's pretty badass too. There's some characters that are badass in there. The villains are pretty cool. They all aren't the same, which is I like.
Yeah, they're
different.
They
all have different motives.
Yeah.
Which is good, because you never want to face the same I'm trying to take over the world part of the dark Sith type character. but those are the ones you like. You like, oh, it's not this guy it's not Darth Vader, it's Darth Bozo or whatever. It's the next guy.
No, Darth Bozo.
So whatever it is, Darth, and then the Emperor is like, I'm bad because balance or whatever.
I didn't get to mention this in the Star Wars thing that I did talk about.
Oh, why did I bring up Star Wars? No, go ahead.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
They're basically one of the characters. If you've seen the new movies, the newer ones, there is like a Kylo Ren character.
Oh, like a.
The Adam Driver.
What was his character? Because I'm going to be honest,
Kylo Ren.
But he was already a Darth, right? So he was like.
Well, he's Leia and.
No, I know that, but he's
son.
Not the Sith Lord. He's
no. He's
what
like
is he?
Underneath.
Oh, so Darth, the guy that's Darth, are the vice president.
Yes. So in this show, there is basically the same character, but done way better than Kylo Ren did it. So check it out, guys. Sorry, I went back to that.
No, that's totally fine. I was here trying to bash Star Wars, but you brought it back and said, hey, this thing has life. I just hope they never make another trilogy of movies, because I don't need to see people lining up to watch. I mean, what would another trilogy of movies for Star Wars be? Isn't it done? I mean...
Well, no, they're going to keep making Starfighter's the next one. It's basically a single story.
Yeah, but that's single story.
You might actually like that.
I don't mind the single... Yeah, like if it's like Rogue One... I don't know what... Is there another Star Wars single story movie besides Mandalorian?
Solo, but you don't want to see that.
Oh, no. But those are not really solo. Like... I mean, it is. It is. But I like the. Yeah, I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not.
No,
did they make the Lando one too?
They were going to.
Oh, and then they stopped.
They stopped. Yeah.
All right, good.
So the new one is basically going to be like a Top Gun.
Okay.
Type, and it's going to be with Ryan Gosling, so it should be good.
Yeah, he makes good. He's in good movies. I'll give Ryan Gosling that. I'm hoping that the Ghost Rider and maybe Starfighter are good. I guess it's my turn, right? I guess I saw Ranma 1/2.
Here goes the bashing.
No, it's not gonna be bashing. I will say this, going by the list of animes that I've watched and that you've heard me talk about, besides probably Dandadan and Undead Unluck, it's not my genre of anime, I guess, or it's not my style, and also it was made in. What, 1963?
No.
Oh,
man.
no.
1989.
1989. I'm sorry. So it's not as old as like Astro Boy or anything like that. But yeah, so I went into this one with.
And this new one is new. It's only
Well, I mean, it's a remake. It's almost like the
yeah.
Kenshin, even though it's a new, it's a remake of a 1990s one.
Okay.
It's not
but Kenshin
something
didn't
that
feel old to me.
Well, because you're seeing this version.
Okay.
If you see the older version, it almost has the same drawings as like the Tenchi Muyo. It came around that same time. Maybe yeah. I think around the same time because I remember they used to show it on Toonami or the Cartoon Network. I remember Tenchi Muyo. Now I remember like he had a wooden sword, right? Or somebody had a wooden sword in that. I don't remember.
It starts off. It's rusted.
Yeah. So it's around that same time. So you're watching like kind of like how I'm watching Ranma now, even though I can tell it's not new because of the
They've updated the anime.
No, but I'm saying of like the what they talk about, right?
Okay.
It's not that it's based on now times, but you can just tell that it's almost like the Pokemon, like the first Pokemon thing. Not that I watch Pokemon, but there is a couple of, I think they use maybe a voice here or there from some of the Pokemon actresses, like that Death Rose reminds me of the redheaded Team Rocket girl. They sound the same. But yeah, I went in this, I'm like, all right, let me give it a shot. Let me see what it's about. And yeah, basically how you explained it. It's about a boy that goes and to China, and yeah, that part, there's an annoying part over here I'll go through, but yeah, he goes to China and then he falls into a river, and that river,
and they swim there because his dad's super cheap. Yeah, so they don't even from Japan.
Yeah, so his dad basically swam in a river, and it turns him into a panda when he gets cold water.
Correct.
And then
the cursed springs.
Yeah, and then the boy jumps into springs that turns him into a girl.
He doesn't jump. He gets kicked and he lands.
Yeah, whatever. He gets. I don't know why you're fighting in those springs, anyways. But he gets kicked. And
because the dad's a retard, he takes him to this like training ground, but never reads up on it.
Whatever, but yeah, so he turns into a girl.
Comedy.
So yeah, I guess the comedy. So it's definitely 80s comedy. Like if I were to compare this anime, it would pretty much be, and not that it's a bad thing, but it's the kind of the comedy of like Revenge of the Nerds type. You know, like that kind of like.
Okay, I can see that.
You have like, and when I say that, you have like the perverted aspect of it because. I know this is like a censored version, but it's basically a bunch of guys that are obsessed with girls, and the girls are like, no, get away. So you have one character, which you're going to have to help me out with the names. I think his name is Kuno.
Kuno, yeah.
So he's in love. There's a girl in the school. A
rising star.
Yeah, so, So he's basically, there's a school that all these kids are fighting to get the attention. It's like incel heaven, I guess. It's all these guys that are trying to get this girl's attention.
So yeah, Akane is basically the strongest girl in the school.
Yeah, whatever. She's the strongest
girl.
Kuno,
at this point, is the strongest boy in the school. The head of the Kenshi club or what? Karate club or something like that.
They all have dojos. But
yeah.
So they're all trying to get with her, and she beats them all up. And anyway, so
every morning, because he makes a rule to everybody that, hey, if you want to date her, you have to beat her up first.
Yeah, that concept, whatever. So then all of a sudden, this boy, Ranma, comes in and I guess
shows up as a girl.
But no, before that, like the two dads, the dad of the girl and dad and the boy, he kind of like made a arranged marriage between those two.
Correct, when they were younger, because they grew up together, went to the same
so you can already tell that
Sao Tome School of Anything Goes martial arts.
Yeah, so this is already like, okay, it's definitely old style. So then he shows up as a girl, and that Kuno guy I mentioned is in love. Like he sees her and he's like, oh, I'm in love with her too, pretty much. Like I have this one.
No.
I have this one that I'm in love with. Or that I want, but now I see this one, and that he thinks she's into, like, none of these girls are into any of the guys, right? Except when Ranma comes in.
Ranma.
No, but I said except Ranma. But anyways, so they're not. So this guy, and then he's obsessed.
Shampoo's into Ranma.
Yeah, they're all into Ranma. I get it, Ranma, and they're all into Akane, but none of them are into any of the other people. So it's pretty much like all these obsessive guys and all these obsessive girls. And they all love the person that doesn't love them. That's pretty much the whole concept of it. But this guy, probably the funnier one out of all of them, he basically falls in love, or he's in love with Akane, and Ranma when Ranma's a girl, but he doesn't know that Ranma's a girl. So there's only one episode that really I thought was funny, but it was kind of predictable. It's basically he goes up to these two girls and brings flowers, and then to Akane, and then he sees the other, he sees Ranma as a girl, and then rips up the dozen of flowers and hands it to both. And he's like, oh, I know you both love me, and to prove it, you guys have to show up. Whoever shows up at my house first is going to be the one that wins my undying love. And they're like, kick him and be like, we don't want that. So anyways, continuing the story, right? There's a race going on in this town. Who's the fastest delivery Uber girl, right? Like Uber Eats or whatever. So the race takes place.
And the person wins like a year's worth of ramen
something like that. Well, anyways, so they're racing, but there's another girl, Shampoo, that you later find out falls in another springs, and she turns into a cat, which kind of like with Ranma's weakness is cats.
Yeah, so when he was a kid, he went through training, right, that basically teaches him cat food. So
he's trying to save this anime from being
when he gets so scared, he basically turns into a cat. And he does cat food, and he's basically unstoppable. Right? But he has to break first. His psyche has to break. Right? And the way the psyche breaks is by being traumatized by a cat.
I guess. Whatever. Like, you see, like, the show just tries to, like, explain all these things. But, so they race, right? And I thought this was the funny part. So, the guy's obviously, like, waiting there. He's like, one of them is going to come, but I don't know who. I'm hoping, whatever, right? So these three, Ranma, Akane, and Shampoo are racing, and then the announcer goes, oh, the winner of the race is going to deliver it coincidentally to Kuno's house. So what happens? They all show up at the same time, and he's like filled with joy because he's like, these three women are in love with me. I don't even know who this third one is, but they showed up, and these girls are just like, no, I'm here to win the competition. So whatever. That happens, and it was like, oh, whoever feeds this guy first is the winner. And Ranma is like so competitive that he's like, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to feed him. I don't care that he loves me as the girl. So that was the funniest episode. You meet a bunch of characters. There's one character that jumps in the springs of that pretty much turns you into a pig. There's another character that turns you into a duck. Like you just find out that all these characters have the same origin story. But it fell in different springs, and they all love one another, but the one that they love doesn't love them. So for me, there was action, but not the action that I like. There's like the part that really lost me. There's another one where it's like figure skating martial arts, where it's basically a couple, a guy that thinks every girl's into him, and then the girl loves Ranma also.
No, the girl loves.
The pig loves the pig. Yes, they're trying to, but the pig is actually.
Charlotte.
Yeah, the pig is actually Ryoga, which is another character that he fell into the springs of a pig. That is like, he's also in love with Akane, but it's just like a huge headache of like all these obsessed people. So if I were to compare it, it's almost like.
But it's a lot like Dandadan. You say
not really, because. The
Kaiju kid, his whole reason he gets into this is because he wants to know how
I get it. He's obsessed. He's the incel of the group. But you have in Dandadan, you have the guy and the girl that they both obviously like each other, right? They're both into each other. Mm-hmm. Okay. But all the other characters are not really like, oh, I need to get with her. Oh, I need to get with him. I need to get with her.
Dandadan wants to get with.
Yes, but but it's not like a. You have everybody from the school that wants to get with Akane. Then you have the Kuno guy that wants to get with Akane. Then you got Ryoga, the pig, that wants to get with Akane. It's like, and then you got the figure skater that wants to kiss her. It's like, and then all of a sudden you have Shampoo that wants to get with Ranma, even though she knows that he turns into a girl, so she's okay with that. Then you have the guy that turns into a duck that wants to get with Shampoo, but Shampoo doesn't like. It's like, come on, man! Like,
so it's a lot. It's what you're saying.
It's not that it's a lot. It's just like we get it. Like it's an obsession game.
Okay.
And I already know how it's gonna end. Those two are gonna get with each other, right? Because they secretly like each other. And then you have all these other characters that are gonna figure out something else. They're gonna figure out liking whoever else.
So real quick, all these characters, because you've met a lot of characters, right? You've even met Hoposai.
Every episode is a new character, and then you like lose interest in those characters.
This is part of my point with the remake. As much as I like it, I'm glad we have new Ranma stuff coming out, and there are episodes that are completely different from the original. Everything that's crammed into these first 2 seasons is 4 seasons of the original.
But I'm glad, because I don't want to see 4 seasons of all these characters like, oh, I like you, but I don't like you. Oh, but I like you. It's a competition.
But I feel like it's squished in. It's too much.
But I feel like I'm okay with that, because if I were to watch the original and seen this long, oh my god, like, okay, now we got Ryoga. Okay, he's a pig, and every time like Rama is like says something that he's gonna do, he shows up and it's like, oh, how dare you disrespect the woman I love? And it's like, okay, bro, I get it. You're not the only one in love with her. If I was to compare this, perfect example, the Dandadan kid. If you've seen Dragon Ball, Master Roshi, if you've seen My Hero, and you take the guy, I forget his name, that throws the balls from his head, the one that every time he sees the girl, he goes crazy, and the metal guy. If you take all those perverted characters and you put them all in one show, and then you have Ranma, and you can mix them with whoever. You just put 2 characters there that pretend that they don't like each other, but they like each other, and then you have this whole cast of people that are just like obsessed. That's what it is. It's just, I get that it's comedy, and there's some things that are funny about it, but for it to be like just the constant, every episode's the same, another person. I'm pretty sure season 3 starts. I'm pretty sure that first episode is going to be another character that's going to be in love with either Rama or Akane, and then there's going to be another battle. It could be on figure skates. It could be Uber Eats. It could be, what was the other one that was weird? Oh, it was Death Rose was one where it's like, oh, I'm going to, my superpower is boiling water. Surprise, surprise. Like, I'm naming these, and you're just like, yeah, you know what? This is kind of weird where, well, there's another martial arts battle. Oh, yeah, and then there's another, I forgot this other character that, the cheap father, he actually arranged another marriage to another one because he wanted a cart. But then they're all naive.
Cart.
They're all naive because Ranma the whole time thought that this was a boy because she dressed like a boy, even though she looks like a girl on the show. And it's like, then when they fight, like her chest pops out. He's like, "What are those?" Like, surprise! Like, nobody knows. Only the characters done a better job. Only the characters that that fell in the springs know each other. Know that they're each other. Like, oh, he's a girl. She's a cat. Duck. I'm waiting for one to turn into a fish. Like how many springs are there in China? It's pretty much like China, like Japan is saying
there's 1,000 springs.
No, but I'm saying it's almost like Japan is saying like don't go to China. Like that was like the 1980s. Like, oh, we're gonna be racist against. If you go to China, you're gonna turn into.
But there's a lot of Chinese characters.
I know, but they're all cursed. Name one Chinese character in this show that isn't cursed.
Shampoo?
Shampoo is cursed.
Cologne. Cologne's not cursed.
Cologne, you're talking about the old guy?
The old lady.
The old lady that looks like a wasp?
Yes.
Yeah, no. She's cursed, bro. She's 2'1" and she looks like a bee. And all she wants to do is she wants to get Shampoo married with
Rama.
With Rama. So, but anyways, if you like comedy or that old style comedy, if you like the Benny Hill show from back in the day.
I do like the Benny Hill show from back in the day.
Because what was it? It was like half the show was like girls running around naked at the end. It was the 80s, so it was the only time you got to see half naked, or not even half naked. You could see naked shows.
Nothing to do with that.
No, the whole Benny Hill was funny. You didn't even understand. It was British humor, so you didn't understand half the jokes, and you were 8 years old. And at the end, your favorite part is when they played that dun, 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 and it was the old guy chasing after the half naked girls. That's what it was. If you're into Benny Hill, and when you were younger, you would watch Price is Right because of the Showcase Showgirls. Then this is your show. The comedy is not up to date, right? So I wish they did kind of move the comedy up because, yeah, you're making a remake of a 1980 show. I'm not going to knock you for it. Like, it's almost like if I were to recommend you Astro Boy, like, you might not like the Astro Boy back then because it's like, there he is. Like that, like kind of Dick Tracy type, right? Like, if you watch Dick Tracy now, like the cartoon from back then, you're gonna be like, man, how did we ever watch this before? I wish they did upgrade that a little bit. Yeah, it might be crammed. I kind of appreciate that you did that because I couldn't watch 4 seasons of. Here comes another guy. Okay, what's this guy's deal?
But I feel like there's space in between them introducing new characters.
It's the same. But it's the same.
So you get
thing.
to live with Kuno for a couple episodes before you meet.
But I don't. But Kuno's story never changes though. It's the same thing. I'm obsessed with these two girls. Ryoga, I'm a pig. I'm obsessed with my owner, but she doesn't know I'm the pig. I'm a cat. I'm obsessed with Ranma that turns into a girl. And whenever I want to get him to do something, I tell him, "Oh, I got this cure for you," or "I'm going to turn into a cat. You must date me." I'm a duck that's in love with shampoo, so I have to kill Ranma because he's in the way, even though Ranma doesn't like shampoo. It's like, come on, it's like a sitcom. That's what it is. It's like a ongoing sitcom with all these people who don't like each other, but it's like, okay, I get the gag. Like let's move on. It's almost like, I'm gonna explain it one easiest way. It's almost like if you were to create an action anime of one protagonist, right, and there's one villain, and then he's trying to kill the villain, but then you introduce all these other characters that are like, no, you know what? I'm going to save the villain by killing you, right? Or no, I'm going to be the one that kills the villain, and I'm going to kill you to do it. But he's a villain. Why don't we just both team up? No. And then it's like, oh, but then there's another character. It's like, no, I'm going to kill the guy trying to kill you when you're trying to kill the villain because they're in my way of source. It's just like a huge mess. I don't even know how to explain it, but it's just. It's like 1980s.
I think you want too much from your anime.
No, it's not too much. It's just you're introducing a bunch of characters that all do the same thing. There's not one that does something different. Yes, the duck does throw like knives. Cool, you're cool with that. Ryoga apparently knows how to fight whenever he gets mad at it. But they're all pretty much the same thing. It's I don't know. It's not my thing.
Okay.
Are people gonna like it? Maybe if you like, that kind of comedy. If you want to see people obsessing over each other, yeah, go for it. That's go for it. It's
I know he's not selling it, guys, but just check it out. Give it a chance.
I'm not here to sell it. I'm here to tell you my opinion on it. Was it a rough watch for me? I definitely didn't watch it in a day and a half. Was there some episodes one episode I thought was funny out of the 12? Yes. Or I'm sorry,
24.
out of 24. 24. One episode to me I thought was I laughed. The other 23 episodes had things that were just like, it was like, bro, like really? But whatever. We still have our 2 recommendations, right? We still have Tenchi Muyo, which I don't know what it's about. Hopefully it doesn't have any cursed springs in it. And then I have Yu Yu Hakusho that I recommended for him that is completely different from Kenshin. I hope Tenchi Muyo is completely different from Ranma, because if it isn't, then these 4 seasons might take me 4 years to watch.
It's different.
Okay, I don't like the way you said that. I hope it's not. I hope it's not a bunch of people obsessing over each other, and oh man, it looks like
it's a bunch of girls obsessing over one guy.
So it's opposite. So it's opposite. Ranma is a bunch of guys obsessing over one girl, but then you see girls come in obsessing over a guy, and then you see other guys obsessing over a girl. This one's a bunch of girls obsessing over one guy. So what, are they like in a dojo together?
And they all live together, yeah. But they're from there's space stuff, because some of them are like aliens from another planet. There's a sword, basically it's like a lightsaber that works with, like basically your will, the one that you saw.
And they fight other...
There's fighting in it.
Okay. Because there is fighting in this. It's just, it's like, you fight, one's fighting on ice skates, figure skating.
No, there's none of that.
There is on this. I mean, the guy hit him with a triple Salchow kick or whatever that was. A triple axle kick.
He beats him into the wall.
Yeah, but he was doing spins. Whatever. He Brian Boitano'd his ass. That's what he did. That's when I watch anime, I just want to see Brian Boitano do some kicks. That sounds amazing, right, guys? I mean, if you want to see that, then that's, go for it. If you want to see, girls delivering noodles on on a bike, there's another fight in there that was pretty. I forgot what it was. It was some kind of.
You did meet Hop.
Oh right? Yes, no, I remember. So if you guys ever watch the Olympics and you ever see that the competition where they do the it's in old school too, where the ribbon dancing. I think, does she fight with a hula hoop?
Hula hoop.
Yeah, so she fights with a hula hoop.
Batons.
Amazing. Yeah, amazing. It was called, what was it? It was called ballerina martial arts.
It's not ballerina.
That's what they called it. It was like, and then Ryogo's the one, you must learn ballerina martial arts. I'm like, why are you the one teaching ballerina?
Gymnastics.
Even better. Gymnastics martial arts. That sounds amazing, right, guys?
It's an anime. Here telling him.
But what I mean, in Dandadan, they don't use gymnastics or figure skating. At least they're like, my man is running and kicking. And this, yeah, I get it. And the thing is, he has to do it as a girl in the fight.
Because he turns into a girl.
No, he has to fight as a girl because they think that they don't
know that Ranma turns into a girl.
Yeah, these people that are obsessed, some of them don't know that they turn into a girl.
But that's part of the comedy. That they don't. Yes. He even tries exposing himself to Kuno to show him, hey. And then he tells him, "Oh, you're a magician. I didn't know you knew the black arts." He's stupid.
It's naive humor. Like I said, it's 1980s humor, which is fine because this was made in the 80s. Like
I like
Revenge
it,
of the Nerds. Yeah, no, he likes it, so you must check it out. I mean, it's I guess.
I didn't bash Kenshin as bad as you're bashing this.
Well, but at least Kenshin, at least you liked the fight. I can't tell you of a fight that I liked. You said, "Oh, that guy was good in the very beginning." What am I gonna say? Oh yeah, the guy that taught him ballerina, like he fought with a hula hoop. Come on, bro. Come on. I will say, Undead Unluck has some crazy fights, but there's no hula hoops involved.
And there's definitely perverts in that.
In what? Oh yeah, I don't mind no, I'm not gonna say I don't mind.
He said I don't mind. You heard him.
No, I don't mind when you do. I don't mind when you do perverted, but it's 60 seconds of a 22-minute episode. Not when it's 22 minutes of a 22-minute episode. The whole thing is it's Master Roshi's wet dream. That's what it is. It's just
I don't even know what that means.
Because you never seen Dragon Ball, but he basically infatuates. In Dragon Ball, he has magazines and he's just there. It's an old pervy guy and he's just looking at girls and he just loves. And they all know he's a pervert. Him and the pig, the little hamster pig, I don't even know their name. But I don't mind when it's like, oh yeah, okay, those are the side characters. Of course, they're the perverted ones. It's anime. They always have that aspect in it. There's not always, but a lot of anime has that. I mean, you can name a bunch of them, and I'm pretty sure 90% of them have a character like that. In this one, it's the whole show. I mean, there's comedy in it, but it's that's how it started out. It started out with these guys obsessing over, like in Baki. If you ever seen Baki, you know how Baki, when he goes to high school, he fights 100 students to see who's the strong, or they fight him to see who's the strongest. In this one, they fight to see who can beat up the girl so they can win her over. Yeah, so that's what you do. You beat up a girl to win her over. Yeah, it's,
but because Kuno said that.
Yeah, well,
and Kuno's like the strongest person in the school until Ranma shows up.
So if a guy says, "Hey, if you want to win her heart, you got to beat her up," that's I guess that's what you got to do. Anyways, those were our recommendations. It's fine that we didn't like. I wasn't here trying to bash it more than Kenshin.
But you
did. Just, but I did because I'm not into that. And you can say like, "Oh, this guy only watches show." He only watches shonen. He only watches, action ones. Fair. I'm okay with that.
This is the only recommendation you ever given me that I didn't like.
Yeah. Well, no, but what I'm saying is it's fair that you think I'm being too critical, because just like there's certain movies, like some people like action movies, some people like sci-fi movies, some people like horror movies more, and there's some that don't even like those genres at all, right? Like rom-com. There's some people, mostly men, watch rom-com, right? I'm not saying that all men don't, but that's like the stereotypical, like, I'm not gonna watch a movie with J-Lo in it, which I'm not.
I'll watch the Adam Sandler rom-coms.
Yeah, but those are different, right? Because it's like, yeah, those I wouldn't
not J-Lo.
Yeah, those are different rom-coms, right? Like, there's
Or Ryan Reynolds. He has.
Ryan Reynolds movies are horrible. I'll just watch Deadpool. All Ryan Reynolds movies are the same. He's the same character and everything. But But anyways, yeah. So I'm basing this mostly not because of not only because of what didn't catch me, but I'm not into these comedy. Like Dandadan caught me because it has a lot of comedy, but it has a lot of action. That's why it's called Last Action Heroes, right? I like action. But there's other genres we do like, right? You're big horror.
Yes.
I'm not as big horror. I like horror, but I felt like horror did fall off. Or I feel like with horror, and we're going to do that too. We're going to do an episode where we rank horror movies. We
have upcoming horror episodes.
We're going to rank a bunch.
The next episode.
Yeah, and like how I kind of like attack him on his action movies or some, and he might like attack me on horror movies. But I feel like with horror, you there's so many horror movies that get put out, and maybe 2 a year are good. You might think differently, right? You might think 5 or 6. I get it. It's for me, horror is like Marvel movies now, where one of them is good, and then the other one are just disappointments. But it's also not fair because I don't watch it as much. Comedy movies, there's comedy movies that we both might like. Sci-fi movies. I don't know if you're big on sci-fi movies.
Like what?
For me, no, it all depends.
You're not big into sci-fi. You don't like
Stargate. No, I don't like Star Wars or Stargate. I told you that. Anything with
you don't like Star Trek either. That's
but I like Starship
also.
Troopers. That was cool. But it depends on the sci-fi because Terminator's considered sci-fi.
Sci-fi action.
But it's still sci-fi, right? It still has sci-fi in it.
Yeah.
So
Predator. Okay.
Right. So like you have the Matrix is sci-fi. I mean that's science fiction. I mean like those type of movies. But there's other ones that I do like. I don't want to name them all because I don't want to give you my rankings yet. Because if I start naming them, you're gonna be like, oh, he's gonna pick these. Okay. And I know you're gonna pick Enemy Mine because you love that movie.
I've never even heard of that, so nice try.
But I know you've seen it. You probably never heard of it. Dennis Quaid, and then there's the alien that he's stranded in an island with, and Louis Gossett.
Oh shit!
Yes, you do know what that is. And then he has the baby. Nobody knows the name until I start explaining it, and then you're like, oh shit, I do remember that. So, anyways, that's sci-fi, and there's not that much. There's action, but those like. It
is a slower movie. Yeah.
It is a slower movie, but there is sci-fi in it. So we're gonna do our rankings for everything. I guess since we still have the Yu Yu Hakusho, Tenchi Muyo, we'll keep the recommendations.
Okay.
For the next one, I mean, we did it. You saw 4 of them that were good. We saw Kenshin.
Well, give me some more recommendations.
No. Let's start off with that. You still have Undead Unluck. And there's other ones that you've seen that we haven't even talked about. You've seen Kaiju number 8.
Yeah.
You're still watching. You're catching up on Kaisen, Jujutsu Kaisen, season 3. Whenever those Demon Slayer movies come out, I don't even know. That might be like 5 years. Who knows? But there's still animes that you're watching.
Take me into 20 years.
Yeah, Naruto. Yeah, Naruto's gonna be long because it's a long. I'm never gonna recommend One Piece. I've never seen One Piece. I know there's a lot of One Piece fans. I can't do One Piece. It's like I think there's. Like,
I might check out the live action. My daughter wants to see it, so I might watch it with her.
Yeah, you can watch the live action. It's like 1,000 some episodes, and it's
the live action's only like 3 seasons.
Yeah. The 2, I think 2 or 2. Yeah, but the thing with I like my anime. I don't mind if an anime's long, but I'm into like it has to have an end, right? Like you know how the soap operas are, like what's a soap opera? As the World Turns, or those that it started in 1932 and they're still on TV now. It's like, bro, like that's One Piece. One Piece started in whenever it started, 1990.
Okay,
and it's 2026. Like. My man,
must be good.
Are you gonna end? Or but is it the same thing over and over again? I don't know. I'll never find out because I'm not.
It's still going. It must be good.
Yeah, but
The Simpsons is still going.
Yeah, but have you watched all the episodes of The Simpsons?
No.
So, but there are fanatics out there that will stick to a show and live live like, oh, this is the best show. Like you and Ranma, like you're gonna pretend that this is the best show ever.
I'm not pretending.
And if it had
the best show.
But listen, if it had 1,000 episodes, you'd watch them all.
I would.
And it would be 1,000 different characters all obsessed with Ranma or Akane, and you'd be like, oh, this is the greatest thing since sliced bread.
I like the remake.
Yeah.
I think it's crammed. Yes. But I like it.
Yeah. But I know that's fine. I'm not knocking you for liking it. I'm not one that likes
but
it.
But I do think that maybe Dandadan or Undead Unluck might take its place as my number one.
Really?
I really like Dandadan. And Undead Unluck, I haven't finished it. I'm very right in the beginning, but it's good.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that. I mean,
I told you I saw that first episode, and then I just watched like 15 minutes of it, and I had to turn it off, and then I went to watch the Star Wars thing, and I was like, man, I need to get back to this. Within 15 minutes of it, it caught me. Yeah,
I'm interested to hear what your thoughts are once you finish Undead Unluck. For you to move it that high, that's saying a lot. I don't disagree. It's just for me. New animes are a little bit too. My list is. I don't want to say my list is set because it does move, but to move Dandadan up there, I mean, I guess it's not tough competition when you're going against Ranma and Tenchi.
Whatever.
I'm kidding, but yeah, no, that's good. I mean, if you find an anime that moves it, because my number one, I think I said was Full Metal Alchemist, right?
Yeah.
And that's been around forever. Has there been new anime that came out that could take that spot? I don't know. You have to beat Cowboy Bebop too, because that's my number 2, and that's a tough one to beat. But there has been some great anime. I wouldn't be surprised if Dandadan takes it.
I guess I'm the opposite of you. See, Cowboy Bebop's only that one season, and that's the problem to me.
Yeah,
it's kind of like Death Note, right? It's just that's it. It's over.
Yeah. But I like I said, I don't like my anime. I don't mind if it's
continue
long
for 30 years, but
yeah, it's just I feel like for me, like that's why Naruto's up there, but it's not the highest because there were so many filler episodes.
Yes.
So like that's why for me, like Cowboy Bebop was no filler. It was like all like the story it continued. Death Note, it continues the story. It's one story.
Yeah.
Versus
just like Cyberpunk, I really like it.
Yeah, it's one story. Yeah,
but it's just that's it. It's over.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like,
you're not gonna.
You said they're making more, but it's gonna be completely different.
Yeah, it's not gonna be the same characters, which is fine. I mean, there's, I guess, it all depends. I mean, there's TV shows that I watch, and this is off topic, but like Beef was one, like Volume 1, and Beef Volume 2 were completely different different characters. It was different stories, and I actually appreciated that. It was good. But yeah, I could see that. I mean, there's times where you want to stay with the characters, right? Yeah. And then there's times where I'm like, all right, okay, let's end the story. Let's
like
end
Demon Slayer. I'm not tired of Demon Slayer.
You're gonna be done.
To be more.
You're gonna be done though, because these last 2 movies are the end. I mean, like My Hero Academia. It ended.
I was sad when that ended.
Yeah.
I could have seen more.
I mean, it's 8 seasons, but yeah, I can see that. Like the attachment to characters, I can see that. But just because it's not ongoing, I'm not going to not like it. It's almost like
it's not that I don't like it,
or that
it's just that I feel like I don't spend enough time with the character to really like I feel like Cowboy Bebop. I told you there was more story to tell there.
I don't know. But he had his ending. You know, he did what he had to do, and he had his ending. I get that part, but
Cyberpunk, I get it. To me, that needed to be one season. Like there was nowhere really to go with that.
I guess I prefer when it ends versus when it gets canceled. What you don't want is there's some good anime out there that unfortunately got canceled after 1 or 2 seasons due to production or viewership. So I do appreciate that we get that. But yeah, no, I get it. Spike to me, like I could watch Spike forever.
Of the way I got introduced to anime. You know, Ranma, I had the first 4 seasons.
But it ended.
Yeah, but I didn't get to see that for like 12, 15 years, right? So I didn't know.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you don't mind the way I like to watch my anime. Like I want to see where the story goes.
Well, I do like seeing that. Like
I want to see like imagine Stranger.
I got spoiled with whatchamacallit with Demon Slayer. And
You got to watch all the
back to back.
Yeah,
right?
now you're waiting like everybody
Correct.
else. Yeah, no, I get that. No, I get it. There's some anime that the characters you wish, but every story has to have an end. It has to.
Yeah.
And if it ends great, perfect. If it doesn't end good, then it's like, oh, kind of like like the TV shows,
Like
right?
Sopranos, right? Probably could have ended it earlier.
I never seen it. I never seen it, but I know exactly people didn't like that ending. Dexter, people didn't like the ending, and that's why they made more. I think Breaking Bad was one of the ones that people said great ending.
Oh, it's a great ending. Yes.
But you see Breaking Bad and it's done, and then they did spin-offs, Better Call Saul and stuff like that. I get it, but there's some things that should end, like Terminator 2. It should have ended there.
Yes.
They should have never done 17 movies after that. Though I do appreciate, even though the Predator movie sucked, they came back and you see they came. So maybe they'll come back. I don't know. It depends on these creators or authors. But yeah, no, I can see why you would think. Yeah, I think Dandadan is going to end though.
I like that Nightmare on Elm Street's coming back. I think we need a new Freddy.
But it's going to be a reboot. It's not going to be a continuation. Not a reboot. It's going to be a remake because it's not the same character.
Not a remake. I think
it's not the same character. It's going to be.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be a different Freddy.
It's gonna be a different Freddy,
probably a reboot.
Yeah, it's gonna be because even if you were to continue with the same character or the same story, it's a different guy. It's not gonna be Robert Englund. So even though like it's a continuation,
it might not fit.
It's almost like the Superman and Superman Returns, right? It's supposed to be the continuation of the Christopher Reeve. But they were different characters, so it felt completely different.
Completely different.
It didn't feel the same to me. They tried to use this, but. It's like no,
they tried to do what Batman did, right? Batman.
With
Batman Returns, where
yes.
Michael Keaton,
and you see it's all
and then
different.
Batman Forever, Val Kilmer, and they tried to continue the story.
Clooney, yeah.
No, Val Kilmer was first.
Oh, Forever, yeah. I'm sorry, he was
then
Forever,
Clooney.
and then what was the fourth one called?
Batman and Robin. Oh
yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Basically killed the Batman series, but that's another subject.
Yeah, 3 was horrible too, but Yeah. So no, I totally get it. But what we'll do is we'll watch the second recommendation. That's probably gonna take longer.
Okay.
So we'll get back to that. We'll talk about other anime. I know that with these we're probably gonna. Yeah. Well, I saw a few episodes and then catch up onto other things. So.
Season 3 of Ranma's coming out. I guess you're not gonna watch it.
October, man.
All right, just give up on it.
I'll see if it's the same. If they introduce a character, and I swear to God, if it's like, this one turns into a fish, and then the other one turns into, I'm gonna be like, oh my God. Are there more Cursed Springs?
There are more Cursed Springs, but as far as characters go, if they go with the original, there's no more.
No more new.
They've already
animals.
There's no new.
Nobody's
animals.
Gonna turn into a dog, and then that person actually likes shampoo.
No,
that's a cat.
No,
and then
that's pretty much it.
And then one turns into a mouse, and then okay.
There's new characters, but no more Cursed Spring characters.
Okay. Thank God. There's like 6 cursed characters in that.
Yeah, I think that's it.
But yeah, so I might watch it. I mean, whatever. If October's slow, it's probably not. We're gonna do our Halloween horror during that part, so I'll have to catch up on some horror because my knowledge is 80s, well, that's 90s slasher movies.
The first horror episode is gonna be 80s, guys.
Yeah, so 80s. We have to start with the 80s, and then we don't want to do 70s. No. Those movies were not that they were bad, but we'll start with the 80s.
Yeah,
we'll start when Freddy.
I don't have that much knowledge in the 70s.
I mean, there's stuff that I've seen, but nothing. So we'll start 80s. I have a feeling that I'm going to have the best movie from the list on that. Kind of like how I did on the action one. I had Aliens, and you had... what did you have as there? Oh, no, Die Hard was number... I'll give you... Your number 2...
Make fun of Die Hard?
Your number 2 was iffy there. Your number 2, Running Man...
Hey, we already asked one person, and they said
Running Man was
awesome.
They said they liked it, but is it better than Lethal Weapon and Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade?
I named Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, but that was your number 3. Is it better than Lethal Weapon?
The Running Man, to me, it is.
And Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade?
Oh, maybe I could have moved
it. You could have moved it around. That's why I said, when you said that as your number... If you would have started Running Man as number 5, I would have been like, okay. But you started Highlander number 5, and I was like, okay, that's a good number 5. I'm not going to do... Is it as high as the other ones? No, but it's a great number 5. That's why I put Rocky 4 as my number 5, because some people like Rocky 3 better, which I get it because
I like Rocky 3 better.
Yeah, because what's his name dies, Mickey dies, and there was more like, you know, he learned how to be fast. And this one, he just had to. It was willpower in Rocky 4. Yes. But I put that, and I put Bloodsport 4. If I would put Rocky 4 at number 2 or Bloodsport number 2, you'd have been like, right? So that's what I thought of Running Man. I thought you could have moved that list, but hey, it's your list.
I really liked the Running Man.
I know you liked it
so many times.
I know you liked it. You liked it more
to this day. No matter how many times I've seen it, my favorite line is still, "Hey, Christmas tree."
I guess. When I saw the rest of your list, I'm like, I think Indiana Jones could have made it a little. I think we could have gave Harrison Ford a little bit more respect.
Maybe.
But whatever. That list, hey, it's final. It was written, so it's done. It's already posted. But we'll do our horror list next. You want to do horror? We'll do our horror list next.
Yeah, we're gonna do our first horror episode.
And then we got a few more surprises.
It's probably actually gonna fall the same week that the new Insidious movie comes out.
Oh yeah.
And we're gonna do a review for that.
Yes. So we got some stuff coming up, so that's good. But we got some other special things coming up we won't mention yet. But tune in next time, and we can talk about Running Man. With his honorable mention, Tango and Cash. Hey, Mad Max Beyond never made that list. I don't get it. That was disrespecting Tina Turner like that. Unbelievable.
It has nothing to do with disrespect.
You just pulled an Ike on her.
Shut up! Silence from you! You're cut off from talking!
Subscribe and listen to us on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you enjoy your favorite podcast.
Thank you.
Stay connected with us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for behind-the-scenes content, clips, and more.
Don't forget to rate and review, and leave a comment of any topics you would like us to talk about in the future. If we select your comment, we'll shout you out in the next episode.
John, hit that outro music.